Hello, I'm Helen. Welcome. A couple of weeks ago, I did some what I called scrappy Chine collé, and I was using collage and lino. And I've been having a little play with another technique. So I was really taken with the collage and the lino. But if you haven't got lino, I've worked out another process that works. Today I'm going to be having a look at glue blocks and collage. So I'm going to make a glue block. We'll go through the process of using a glue block. So what I have got here is some examples of ones that I did previously. And yeah, inspired with the Chine collé and the lino, I kind of wanted to have a play with does it work for other things? And yes, it does. So I made a couple of glue blocks. So this is just cereal box cardboard. It's got glue outlines, so it's a relief print. It's going to make a relief print. So that is the block that did that one, and that's the block that did this one. And I did it in the Chine collé process, like I did for the lino. And I'm really pleased with the results. I like a continual line drawing, and I like a wonky line, and this has given me both. So I'm really pleased. I've got the colour from the collage. I've got the wonky lines. I've got the print. I've got the happenstance of all this lovely detail down here, the splodges. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the result. So I'm going to just make another glue block to show you the process. And we'll go from there. A while ago, somebody asked me what I'd be using my little mini books for. One of the little mini books is full of watercolour vessels, and so yeah, that's one of the little mini books. It's just little line drawings, just watercolour. Yeah, so that's one. I've got a few in here. I haven't finished it by a long way, but yeah, they're just kind of nice to do, therapeutic. Yeah. So I've got a few vessels in there. I'm going to use, which one am I going to use as an inspiration today? I'm going to use this little jug here as a bit of an inspiration today. So the glue I'm going to use is just Evo Stick wood glue. And you can use it straight from the bottle here. I don't find these tips very good. It's supposed to be clog free. I can never squeeze anything out of them. So I have decanted it into one of my little squeezy bottles here. I've got just a drawing pin in the top to help stop it clogging. It's not really big enough to fill the hole, but it does help at the moment. So you can just put the glue straight on the cardboard straight away, but I'm just going to give a bit of an idea as to how big my jug needs to be. So I'm going to just rough out where I kind of want them sitting on something. So I'm going to just do a tabletop, for want of a better word. And then we'll just have a rough idea as to where this jug is going to go. So it's going to be a bit of a square bottomed one. So it's going to be a bit like that. I might make that a little bit bigger here. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So like I say, you can draw it, you can leave it be, that's fine, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to pipe it out. It's going to come out blobby. It's going to come out wobbly. But that's the quality I like. And you want it quite raised. You want quite a nice thickness of glue. if you find, and we'll have a look in a minute, if you find there are areas that are not quite thick enough, like that bit there, just add a bit more glue to it. And I'm just going to put my tabletop around the outside. So it's just slow. It would probably be better if I was sat down so my hand wasn't wobbling around, but that's fine. Let's just see if we can do some. Oh no, it's not going to work so well. All right, we'll do some stripes. It might be an idea to have a bit of a practice on a piece of scrap card if you wanted to, just to help you with your design. But anyway, that's the basic principle of it. You pipe out your block with the glue, and it now needs to dry really overnight, 24 hours, so it's nice and solid, nice and dry, and we'll have a look at what to do next, how that inks up and what results we can get from that. So yeah, I'm going to go put that to dry. So I've got the two blocks that I did yesterday, so I don't know whether you can actually see the dried glue marks of the jug. You can see it a bit better on this one. But the glue is now dry, so those are ready to print. I have, like I did with the cats, I have cut out some collage. So taken rubbings on the back. I've cut them out rather than torn them. So the cat, I was tearing them, and I've got A6 pieces of paper for them to go on. So I'm not going to be using a registration block. I'm just going to be busking it for these ones. So these are the two blocks that I did yesterday. I have got some other blocks which I have also put some varnish on. This is just outdoor varnish, so it's a waterproof varnish. So on top of the wood glue and over the cardboard, I have put a layer of varnish. This one is still, it's a little bit curly, so this one may well crack. It has got a couple of cracks. So yeah, the card is not great on that, it's not sitting flat. So these ones have been varnished, these ones haven't. So I'm just wondering whether the varnish is going to make them a little bit more durable in the long term and whether I could use them over and over again. I have just used them without varnish before, so I'm going to continue on and do these ones without the varnish. So let's go. So I think it's this one first of all. So I'm going to go through the same sort of process. So I've got a stack of scrap papers and stuff. I'm just going to ink up my block. So I will get bits of ink on the cardboard, and you may need to nudge it around a little bit to get glue going on all of the bits that you want it to. Got some kitchen paper here. I'm just going to wipe the edges a little bit as well. Actually, that's what I didn't do. That's exactly what I didn't do on these ones. So that is very silly of me. I'm getting carried away here. So I'm not going to do it with this first one. I don't know whether you noticed, but these ones I have cut away the excess, and I haven't done the excess there. Shall I just cut that? Let's just cut that away quickly now. Yeah, I was keen to get inking. So this is going to be tricky because it's an inky block and I don't want to get too mucky. You can do this with a craft knife. It doesn't need to be too neat. Are we ready now, Helen? So we've got ink on here. I'm going to pop that onto a clean piece of paper. I'm going to just use Pritt stick again. Pritt stick is essentially PVA in a stick form. So I want the two pieces. Just some glue on the back of those, because that's what's going to stick to the back of onto the base paper. So for this one you need to put the jug on first, because that's the bit that you want showing in the foreground, and then you're putting your background on, so that the tabletop, for want of a better word, is going to go on next. Okay, and then I'm just going to line it up a bit there, so I've got a bit of a straight edge. And I'm just going to go for it. And then, like the cats, I'm going to give it a bit of a roll, and then a bit of a burnish. It is a much more bumpy surface, so you are going to get a less predictable print. But like I mentioned before, it's that quirk of the wobbly line is what I like. Okay, let's have a look at this one. And that's my print. So sometimes it's going to come off of the collage, sometimes it's not. It depends, but I quite like the quirk of that. So that's that one. I'll pop it on my board next to me. I'm just going to do one print of these ones, and then I'm going to play around with the others. So let's get going with this one. And ink up. So I have still got some ink on the edges here. So again, I'm just going to use some kitchen paper just to get that off a little bit. So you're going to get much more messy prints. So if you're looking for a neat printing technique, if you're looking for, nice, neat, crisp printing, then maybe this isn't the way to go. But if you want some fun wobbly lines, then this is absolutely, perfect for that. So I'm just going to glue on the back of my jug. And the jug is what's going in the foreground, so that can go onto the block first of all. And then I've got my tabletop Oh, my jug didn't stay stuck down. Look at that, it curled. How dare you? My tabletop on top. So I might have even more smudgy lines on this one because it's moved. But hey ho. And a piece of paper. Let's just make sure I've got a bit of a straight edge showing there. And I'm just going to smush it down, commit. And actually, because it's a lumpy surface, it might be just as well just to hand burnish these, because you can feel where the shape of the jug is. You can feel your lines. So let's just give this one a go with hand burnishing. Let's have a look, see if you've stuck. Yeah, pretty pleased with that. So I've got a little bit of an outline showing, so I could just trim that board a little bit closer to the glue line, and that would help that. But yeah, I'm liking this collage and print. So I'm going to carry on and do the rest of these. Yeah, nice. I'll show you them at the end. So there we are. I've got laid out on the table here my final results. I'll show you one by one in a bit. I'm really pleased. I'm loving this. Like I said before, it's given me the quirk of the continual line and the wobbly line and the happenstance of this kind of printing. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with these. I've got bright sunshine coming in, so it is difficult to see, and the prints are still a little bit tacky. But yeah, I'm really pleased with them. It's just nice, getting the combination of different collage papers. The ink is perhaps a little bit more tacky on some of the thicker acrylic papers. These are the ones that I didn't cut out straight away, and so yeah, these blocks need refining a little bit more. These two do, but the other ones I had pre-cut. Yeah, I think this is a fun technique. You could probably actually do this with just regular paint, acrylic paint, and do a relief print instead of using printing ink. You could just roller your acrylic paint onto your block and do a relief print like that. But yeah, some are more pleasing than others. This one is particularly sticky still. It's still looking shiny. So it's going to take a few days to dry, but it'll get there. So yeah, a fun thing to do. So continuing on from the scrappy Chine Colle, we've now got scrappy, I can say it, scrappy Chine Colle with wood glue blocks. So yeah, I hope you found that interesting. And as always, thank you so much for watching, for liking, subscribing, for commenting. Loving all your comments. And until next time, bye for now.